to the music. It could be bumpy, it could be smooth. Don't stop for shit, just keep doing you. Ain't nothing niggas say to you. Ain't nothing to it.
September in my family and my wife's side of the family is a pretty good month. My wife was born in September. Our anniversary is in September. Yeah, I did that one right, fellas. I did it so that only 1 month out of the year do I got to remember something. And, you know, I have a grandmother that's born in here. A lot of Kristen's family is actually also born in September. So it's a very positive month, but this year has not been a good month. On September 5th, a fellow motor vlogger who's local to Colorado had passed away in an accident. He was up riding with a bunch of buddies. The pace was nice and leisurely, everybody said. So the only thing that could have affected the ride was, and unfortunately one of the buddies that was riding with him said it had to have played a big part, was that he had a flat spot on his rear tire. How big that flat spot was, I don't know. I'm not going to speculate. But he was in the middle of a curve, bike went out, he went underneath an SUV. His channel name was The Fish Stick 303. His real name was Joshua Fisher. He was a very nice and pleasant young man to speak to. I spoke to him on Facebook a couple of times. He actually found me on YouTube first, and him and Adventures in Real Life, they introduced me to other Colorado motor vloggers and everything. So I wasn't just out there on my own. I knew I wasn't. I knew I couldn't have been, but it was just very hard to find Colorado motor vloggers, and so those two got me together, you know, with a bunch of other guys, and that was great. That's excellent. And you know, it's very sad, you know, it weighs on you that you know somebody who passed away, and maybe passed away under circumstances that could have been avoided or not, I don't know. But then, you know, so the following weekend, the 12th, was his funeral services, and then Sunday the 13th was his memorial ride. And, you know, anytime you go to celebrate a person's life, you know, you see the impact they had on other people and not just you. And sometimes that impact is a whole lot greater than it was on you, and you know, you feel the weight of their pain just as much as the weight of yours when you lose someone. So you got, you know, I had Joshua's death kind of weighing on me, and you know, unfortunately, my military experience, I don't take death very well at all. So, you know, and then, so that was that Saturday. Then the following Saturday, I don't know, what is that, the 19th now? A great family friend who's known me since I was in diapers, his second wife passed away from cancer. And it was just everywhere. She had it everywhere. Already had a hysterectomy, already had a double mastectomy, just to try to get rid of this stuff. But then it was in her brain, it was in her lungs, it was in her bones, her blood, everything. So yeah, I mean, unfortunately, he wasn't even home at the time. He was at a men's retreat for the church that his wife actually forced him to start going to. So he was away doing that, and she passed away. And, you know, unfortunately, their two adopted daughters were the one that found her. And I'm talking like 10 and 8 years old were these girls. So now I have this amazing woman that I know. She passes away, and, you know, I got to deal and help, and with her husband, who's our family friend, and you never like to see a grown man cry, and I mean, under these circumstances, cry away. But man, it's just so weighty, it's just so heavy on you. And so you got to deal with, it's kind of like I got to deal with that stress. And then all of a sudden I find out that while it was the cancer more than likely caused a stroke, and it was the stroke that killed her, that just made her collapse. And, and then that brings back my memory of 4 years ago. That's how my best friend in the world died. So now it's not even, he died in November, and it's not even in his month yet where I start to think about him like really hard. I think about him all the time, but now that just brings his memory forefront, and now I'm thinking about my best friend again. And so now I got the weight of that on me, and it's just, September has been a shitty month. The one good thing about it was it's already come and gone. Is my wife and I 10-year anniversary. So I got to have that, and that was a good fun day, fun time. And but we found out the morning of that she had passed away. So, we're kind of thinking about Mr. Ron the whole day, my family friend, and how he's feeling. What the fuck is that? I fucking hate morons. I'm driving this really slow because of people like that. They, some people want to do the fucking speed limit, other people don't. It's a construction zone. They're fucking coming in and out of traffic all the time because they can't stand the fact that they have to do 45 and they can't do their 70 down powers anymore. It makes driving a complete fucking hazard just because of assholes. But anyway, so I mean, we gotta celebrate that, but then yesterday ended up being her funeral, or her life celebration, however you call it. Nobody has a funeral anymore. You have a celebration where everybody cries and whatever, I don't get it. A celebration is a happy, joyous occasion, but apparently you cry at life celebrations. Whatever. So, yeah, this has been a shitty month. But now that I've told you all that, I wanted to tell you that you can let that shit get to you, guys. You can. You can let it weigh on you, and let it be as heavy as you want it to be. Or you can mourn like you're supposed to, and then pick yourself up and move on. And that's what you have to do. So you've had your friends and your family die on you, and life seems kind of in the down and outs, but you have the ability to get up and go. There's other positives in your life. Think about it. If you have kids, your kids are a positive. If you have your other family is still alive, they're all them. They're all positives, unless they're assholes. But then you can still think, well, at least they're alive. I'm gonna go, because that's gonna turn yellow. You still have them in your lives anyways, and it's still family. Even though they're assholes, they're still family. You gotta think of it as the glass is half full. It's not half empty. Okay? You're still alive. You still have a job. You're still kicking. Whatever. You're still there. You need to get up. You need to move on. You need to find a way to be happy again. There's other things to look forward to. I mean, Joshua and Krista, they were amazing people. Unfortunately, I didn't get to know Joshua as well as I would have liked. But his death still weighed on me a little bit there. And Krista's death really weighs on me. And watch this guy. He's going to try to get over. No? Don't do it. Yeah, good job. So, I mean, but I've mourned. I've done what I've need to. I'm still going to think about them. You know? But I'm not going to let it weigh on me anymore now. I think we're at a point where I don't need to. I can go and help my friends that are still, that, you know, their deaths are still weighing on them. I can help them out now. And I'm not trying to say that your pain isn't real and it isn't less than anybody else's, but it's definitely time to, you need to do your mourning period as soon as you can, and not move on per se, but move forward so that you can help other people that can't move on as easily as you can. And if you're one of the people that can't move on as easily as others, then you definitely need to go and find some help and move on, and then help yourself move forward. Moving forward is not moving on. Alright? Moving on is what you do after a breakup with a girlfriend or something. You get past it and you go somewhere else. Moving forward is still knowing that they're there, still loving them, still caring about them for whatever, but taking those baby steps forward to be able to do things, be able to get out of bed, be able to go help your family and your friends. In the case of riding motorcycles, if your buddy died in a motorcycle crash like Joshua did and you're nervous about getting on, well, moving forward is being able to get back on that bike again and going out there and riding. So, take a look at your life, guys, and remember the glass is half full. It's not half empty. Alright, well, that's me. That's my opinion. And I'm out.